Good evening and welcome to the Dreamstream Network News. I'm Rabika Ishani. Our top story tonight: tragedy in Iran, escalating tensions between nuclear powers India and Pakistan following a deadly attack, and scrutiny intensifies around Tesla and Elon Musk amid corporate challenges. We begin in southwestern Iran, where a massive explosion at the major port of Bandar Abbas has left at least 4 people dead and injured more than 500 others. The blast occurred at the Shahid Rajai section of the port complex, sending a towering column of thick smoke into the sky, as seen in verified video footage. Iranian officials believe the explosion is likely linked to chemicals stored in containers at the facility, possibly in the chemical and sulfur area. Surveillance video captured the moment of the explosion ripping through what appears to be a warehouse. Emergency services responded quickly, with helicopters seen dousing the resulting fire. State media reports indicate significant damage to buildings across the port, with debris scattered widely and windows shattered kilometers away. There were also concerning reports of people trapped within collapsed structures. The regional governor, Mohammad Ashuri Taziani, confirmed the injured are being treated at local medical centers and stated the fire has been contained. As a precaution, the port has been closed and all maritime operations are suspended. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has called for a full investigation into the cause and dispatched the Interior Minister to the scene to assess the situation firsthand. The Shahid Rajai port is a critical hub for Iran, handling millions of tons of cargo annually. Turning now to South Asia, where tensions between India and Pakistan are dangerously high following a brutal attack on tourists in Indian-administered Kashmir. On Tuesday, gunmen opened fire on sightseers in the popular Pahalgam Valley, killing 26 people, 25 Indian citizens and 1 Nepali national. Eyewitnesses described horrific scenes, with some survivors saying the attackers singled out men and accused victims of supporting Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. India immediately pointed the finger at Pakistan, taking swift action by downgrading diplomatic ties, closing a key border crossing, restricting visas, and suspending its participation in the crucial Indus Water Treaty, a decades-old water-sharing agreement vital to both nations. Prime Minister Modi has vowed to pursue the attackers to the ends of the earth. Pakistan vehemently denies any involvement, warning that any Indian attempt to interfere with its water supply under the treaty would be considered an act of war. Islamabad has retaliated by suspending trade with India, closing its airspace to Indian flights, and expelling Indian diplomats, demanding proof of its alleged role in the attack. A relatively unknown group, the Kashmir Resistance Front, or TRF, has claimed responsibility online, citing opposition to outsiders settling in the region. India classifies TRF as a terrorist organization linked to the notorious Lashkar-e-Taiba. Kashmiri police have named 3 suspects, identifying 2 as Pakistani nationals. The situation remains volatile. Indian forces are actively searching for the suspects, leading to reported gunfights. Residents near the dividing line in Kashmir express fear, while protests condemning the violence have occurred in Kashmir and anti-Pakistan demonstrations have erupted in several Indian cities. This escalation revives fears of military conflict between the nuclear-armed neighbours, reminiscent of the 2019 crisis. Shifting focus now to the world of business and technology, where Tesla finds itself under pressure despite a recent stock rally. Investors appeared encouraged by signs CEO Elon Musk might dial back his controversial role within the US government's DOGE agency and refocus on the electric vehicle giant. However, analysts caution this may not be a silver bullet for the company's mounting problems. Tesla recently reported its worst quarterly results in 4 years, with sales down 9% and income plunging 71%, largely due to a 20% drop in automotive revenue. The company's profit relied entirely on selling regulatory credits. Experts point to several headwinds. Musk's polarizing political activities and inflammatory remarks have demonstrably tarnished Tesla's brand image, impacting consumer interest. The company faces intensifying competition from Chinese EV makers like BYD and traditional automakers launching new electric models. Furthermore, Tesla lacks a new blockbuster vehicle, relying on refreshes of aging models like the Model 3 and Y, while its Cybertruck has struggled. Musk's focus seems to be shifting towards future concepts like robotaxis and humanoid robots, but critics argue the company needs near-term solutions, like a truly affordable mass-market EV. Adding to the pressure, upcoming US tariffs, particularly a steep 145% tariff on Chinese battery cells, are expected to severely impact Tesla's booming energy storage business, a rare bright spot in its recent earnings, potentially disrupting the market for its Megapack battery systems. Skepticism remains whether Musk's potential return to a more hands-on role can overcome these significant product, brand, and economic challenges. And finally, in sports, a surprising move in the NFL draft last night. The Cleveland Browns raised eyebrows by selecting Oregon quarterback Dillon Gabriel with the 94th overall pick in the third round. The selection was unexpected, as many analysts projected Gabriel as a later-round pick, and notable prospects like Colorado's Shedeur Sanders were still available. Browns general manager Andrew Berry defended the choice, stating the team felt strongly about Dillon throughout this process and considered him the best quarterback to pick based on fit, despite acknowledging Sanders' talent. Gabriel, though undersized at 5'11", brings a wealth of college experience from UCF, Oklahoma, and finally Oregon, where he led the Ducks to a stellar season and was a Heisman finalist. He joins a Browns quarterback room facing uncertainty, with Deshaun Watson's status potentially impacting the upcoming season, offering Gabriel an intriguing opportunity to compete alongside veterans Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett. That's the latest from the Dreamstream Network news. Thank you for watching. I'm Rebecca Ishani. Have a good evening.